Hello and welcome back to Low Quarter Gaming. I'm Zach and I'm continuing on with my Aeon Trespass Odyssey playthrough. This video might be a little shorter than the rest of them because I am probably just going to do a couple of things in the adventure step because we have a timeline battle in a couple of days. But there's some stuff I need to finish up from last time because the last video was already pretty long. So the first thing is two of our characters had fear cards. That was an epic battle, an epic ending to the battle. But they still have these these fear cards, and the fear card says in super small print, end of battle, if you still have this condition card, draw a fated Nemos card. So I have the deck of the Cycle 1 fated Nemosi here. I just made up a plural word for Nemos, although it's probably just Nemos, but Nemosi sounds funner to say. It sounds like a drink, actually. We will shuffle it and then just deal the top two in order from left to right without looking. You and you. And we'll just grab a couple sleeves right off the bat. Just for table protection. Left behind. Oh man. Oh man. You were just a burden to them. You cannot be the last one to take your turn during the Titan round, unless there's no other Titans. Courage -1. So that is an interesting restriction on fighting. Let's just record all this stuff. Fortunately, he has 2 courage, so now it just is going down to 1, and he has left behind. Now I'm pretty sure that even though both of these characters died, this still happens because the end of battle step, which this occurs in, happens before the aftermath, and in the aftermath is where you remove conditions and tokens and stuff, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this one is brutal. Oh, wow, this one is brutal. Selfishness. You cannot place tokens in the Kratos pool. Fury -1. Penelope. What is wrong with you? You were nobility once. Yes, you must have been. Wow, we need to get rid of that. Fury -1 takes her down to 0. And she has selfishness. Don't like that at all. What do they get? When you're about to attack, if the Kratos pool is empty, you lose a fate. No, that's good. And if you take your turn last, then you lose a fate. No. So then it's a benefit of going last. So that's going to make future fights interesting. Like an automatic just, no, nothing in the Kratos pool after you go. Just pure, you cannot place tokens in the Kratos pool. Does she? Yeah, she's right now the one that uses the boat mace and has the automatic break. You might have to switch. She's been our tank, but someone else might have to take up the job unless we swap out the boat mace, but the boat mace has an inherent +2. So, all right, anyways, that's the fear cards. Also, just for a future note for this video, I spent a bunch of time, like right before I was going to go to sleep over the last several days, drawing out different patterns for the glyphs. And I'll tell more of the story when I get there, but I'm going to attempt to look at one of the glyphs when we get to the story step. So we'll see if the pattern holds true and the logic and the reasoning. I was up too late one night, like, because I got real curious after having a conversation on the Discord. But I'll talk about that later when we get there. All right, so, there was one other thing that I forgot to do in the aftermath. Special aftermath. Where was it? After we gained the crew and the stranger, which I think we rolled to not gain the stranger, the least likely Argonaut was supposed to gain a Nemos node. So I had skipped that. So the least likely Argonaut, they all have 2 cards. So we go to the fewest number of nodes. Telebacus has 3, Otis Zero has 4, 3 for Penelope, and 2 for, which character is this? Cersegard. So then it would be the one with the most nodes, but they both only have 2, so I'm going to pick. Siren Survivor is the one about conditioned tokens, and that one is like, I haven't seen anything with a conditioned token yet, so I'm going to go A Night to Remember is going to get a node. So we did the Fear. Then we were supposed to go to Doom card 2A, which is going to start with 2 Doom on it, carried over from the last card. And I had already read this, that's why I got this token out before I started recording. So, Invisible Weights. Actually, let's take a peek at the beautiful art. Even though this is a Doom card, the art is fantastic. Wherever the Tenemos emerges, death and despair rule absolutely. Even your titans are powerless to stop it. The truth of the labyrinth grows louder by the day. The words of its reluctant prophet, the punished, reach more and more ears. While the labyrinthinian numbers soar, their actions grow bolder. Maze-tattooed pilgrims become a common sight on coastal roads. The truth of the labyrinth they teach with disarming honesty and humility worms its way into the stoutest of hearts. Their connection to the primordials is no longer contained to gossip and hearsay. It makes many question their loyalties. If those titanic monstrosities bow to the labyrinth, what hope is there? Rules: place a labyrinthinian temple marker on the closest unoccupied city. I actually don't think I have an unoccupied city, because this one's already the City of the Bull. Kenosis counts as occupied. That one already has a temple on it. Yeah, I have not seen a whole lot of cities. If there's no unoccupied symbols on the map, place the token on a map tile adjacent to the Argo. Well, that's easy. Goes there then. Treat the Labyrinthian Temple Mar as a doom symbol. You cannot use negotiation abilities on a city that's covered by that, but fortunately there isn't one. When there's 5 or more tokens, flip it. So unfortunately we already are 2 towards that 5. Now, a good note is if we would have lost to the Tenemos, however it's pronounced, that would have added another doom. The defeat condition was add another doom. Or a defeat result, not condition, defeat result. So all of that fighting was due to the previous doom card, and that was in the doom step of that particular day. So now we're going to go to the end step, which is basically start the next day. We're going to move, and we know based off our clue card, I'm almost positive we need to get to this tile here. So I think I'm going to come back up this way. The adversary will still, he can't like cut across or anything to get to us. So I'm hoping that since there's a river here, that there's going to be a river somewhere along the coast. What I don't know is if the coast comes over and the river entrance is over here somewhere. So we could be in trouble, but should I go this way first then? No, I'm just gonna stick with it. I want to get up there, hopefully, and maybe if I have to, if I don't find the river, although it's gonna put me closer to the adversary unless he moves here. If I don't find anything here, maybe I'll go to here, then to here. I don't get the progress, but I could go around this doom to get up to here. I don't know, we'll see. But that's my thinking process, so we're gonna go right there. 68. Oh yeah, this is the river entrance. Cool. Or this is a river entrance. And it's got a progress on it. Now the question is, well, let's do one thing at a time. Tile out, move up. Mechanical pencil. The next step is timeline step. Oh, this is going to be an interesting day also. This is going to be our first acclimation. So we just marked off day 18. So tomorrow, day 19, is a battle, and we'll have another giant shell terrain in our battle to come. So let's look at our time, or not our timeline, but our little helper here. Timeline step, yes. Exploration step, resolve exploration symbols. Okay, interesting question. I've got 4 progress on this card. I don't know why, but I feel like my camera is a little bit more this way on the table right now for some reason. But okay, look, it's fine. Everything's fine. So we can put up to 9 on here, or do I go for Inward Odyssey stuff? Because I've got 1 on the Inward Odyssey. Let's do Inward Odyssey. So at the story step, when there are 2 tokens on this card, discard them and gain +1. When you reach a given net during the story step, after all the story events, resolve the corresponding. So yeah, this gets resolved during the story step. If you gain +1, you unlock the next. Every 2 progress at the end of the story step. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. Exploration, draw. Well, wait, when do we do the acclimation? Resolve acclamations after we do the draw. Okay. So let's get our... We have not done a timeline battle yet, so fortunately Cackle, the 2 adversary card, is still out of the deck. Don't want to go there. No, this looks better. First stack, 2 trireme resources, and the end of the stack. Second stack, 1 trireme resource. Denounced and friendly, we are still neutral and unfriendly, so not denounced. So 3 trireme resources. All right. So now, acclamations. I don't think this is too difficult. There's like a list of cards. So I think what the timeline here means is we take out 4, 5, 6, 8, and 19, add 10, 11, 12, 14, and 22. But since this is first cycle, still learning, we'll just briefly touch on it in the rule book. Page 16. Perform acclamations. Calls for that. First, resolve all their reactions, except adversary battle. To perform an acclamation, search the exploration deck for the cards with the numbers corresponding and on the left. And then find the ones on the right and add them. Yeah, I mean, it's like 2 paragraphs in the rule book for that. So, let me get the list. 5. I should probably go in order so I don't skip one on accident. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 19. So it's gain 1 trireme, gain 1 armament, gain 1 monument, gain 1 trireme, gain 1 monument. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 adversary symbol going out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we need 10, 11, 12, 14, and 22. 3 trireme, 3 armament with an adversary symbol, 3 monument, 3 trireme, 2 monument, and another adversary symbol. So we replaced getting rid of 1 adversary symbol for getting 2. However, we also a lot of the gain 1s left, and all of these will stop the stack from continuing. So I want to get this done because we have one more day to play in this video, so just so these are sleeved when it's time to do that. And we'll stick them in at random spots and shuffle that. Okay, escalating the, it's not called escalating, but it is escalating the number of resources you get and potential for the adversary to catch you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay, so good there, good there. That's exploration expedition. There is no adventure symbol or anything. Do I see a hidden number? No, there is one of those numbers, though, that, because this could have been the clue card that we got, but it's not. And we do have the technology to go on rivers, so that's why I'm okay with doing this. We have shallow navigations. You can move through the locked symbol to go on the river symbol. So we already had that. Encounter step, we don't have an encounter. Advancement step. I'm going to be fighting the Labyrinthoros potentially next. I still haven't really decided if I'm going to do Hecaton or Labyrinthoros. I didn't have enough raw ambrosia before fighting the guy, the Tenemos, I don't think. And some other stuff that I did. Now I have 15 raw ambrosia. I didn't record the trireme resources. That we just got from the exploration deck. Because we weren't down to 0. Wow. I don't feel like this is enough. 6? Did we have 6 before? Now I don't remember. Because it kind of looked like I just erased what was there before and wrote the 3 that we got. Oh well, whatever it is, now we have 6. Petrified Javelin is 3 and 5. I want more ranged weapons for fighting the Labyrinthuros, especially on my characters that have one-handed weapons, because the Javelin could go in the other hand. But I think a ballistic gun is two-handed. I could make 2 more Javelins. The ballistic gun also, you get fate when you use it. I don't know how good that is. It does have a +2 though. The range is farther, 4 to 6. Cumbersome, so it also would exhaust. And to attack with it, it also is one-handed though. Spring Harness is also could be a good attachment for people. What does that take to make? 4 armament and 1 infused mechanism. All right, so we're gonna make a Spring Harness to give to somebody. That takes our armaments down to 3. Infused mechanisms down to 4. Ballistic gun is 5 triremes and 1 fleshy mantle. I really need to do some trading for some more triremes because I've got so many monuments. We're going to make a ballista gun. That takes me down to 1 trireme and 1 fleshy mantle. I want to have some more ranged options when that Labyrinthuros is running all over the board. So maybe I'll make 1 more Javelin because somebody's got. See, like, yeah, the Maze Mace is a 2-handed weapon, and we're gonna take that probably no matter what. The Whale Knives are also 2-handed, but that might be a better Hecaton weapon. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. It's not like I'm an expert on strategy against these. Primordials. Do we get to make? I should have checked to see. Yes, we also get to do a structural technology today. So let's look at the structural ones. I could do that one. I have the requirements to do that. Advanced trading solutions, do I have that? I do have that. So I could make that Argo onboarding. Pursuer sighting I don't have yet. Okay, so let's look at these. I kind of want to do this one. This looks good too. So this one is Titan rearing, just so that my Titan limit capacity can go up. To 15. This one I can lose 4 mortal resources and gain an Argo Fate to gain a diplomacy with a local faction. This one, I can gain an Argo Fate and a stranger when I'm at a city to gain a crew. My crew is already so high, and I've got 4 strangers on board. I don't really want to do that. That one takes my Argo limit to 3. Reroll adventure hubs sounds okay, but maybe not right now. Oh, so this would be the other one that I might want to consider. And actually, superior trading solutions right now could be good too. When is my next structural? 1, 2, 3, and 4 days. Because superior trading solutions, I can trade anywhere. It does have a cooldown though, which I can trade a monument for a trireme and then build that javelin before I go into the next fight. And I'm at 7 Titans. So yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to take that. I'm going to take superior trading solutions. It doesn't lead to anything. Neither does that. Gain an Argo Fate to exchange up to 3 times. Then it goes on cooldown for 7 days. So I'm going to gain that, and I'm actually going to use it right away. I've got 16 monuments. Giant tree club. Oh, now I don't have enough fleshy mantle to make that. The teeth Kopesh, was that one just a better? Teeth Kopesh. Let's think about this for a second. It's two-handed. Oh, it's got the -1 on it. I'm not too big of a fan of the -1, even though it's 2 red dice per hit. The Great Tree Club is also a commit where you got to spend a fate to use it. Can I make siren weapons? Do I have that? Siren armor. Maybe I should think about making another shipwrecker shield. But I kind of want to put a javelin in the other hand of other people. I think I just made a big mistake. I don't have these yet. Why are these in this deck? I think I combined my... I think I should have 9 of these. Battle ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to throw in a cut here and see what I did. I think I screwed something up. I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't screw up as bad as I thought, because I was counting the structural ones as well, which was wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 combat ones. And no, I don't have the siren weapon stuff. Oh, right here. Siren Blade, Siren Teeth. Siren Teeth is 5 triremes and 2 muscle clusters. We already have 1 Siren Teeth. Siren Blade is 1 die at 1+. It's a one-handed weapon. The Javelin is one-handed. It'd be better than taking fists. I still like the boat mace because it's +2. Otis Zero has the whale knives, but what could he take with? We have a Kratos Copiece that he could take. And we have, but the Siren Teeth is 2-handed. So I think I want to make a Siren Blade and 1 more Javelin. So we can go in with some like dual wielding weapons at range and up close. And we've only got 2. Should I just make another range in case I feel like range is the thing to do? Well, let's calculate this real quick. We've got 1 trireme, 15 raw ambrosia. So I need 2 more triremes for this. And for the Siren Blade. Siren Blade is monuments and fleshy mantle. So I can make that without trading. Let's do that, because I'm going to be trading monuments for triremes. So that takes us down to 12 monuments and no more fleshy mantles. Okay, so Siren Blade is added to our stuff. Now, I probably should try to make the best use of these trades, because I'm going to be gaining an Argo Fate for this. 1 monument is 1 trireme. Now the way these work, I can pick one of these rows and then do that as many times as I need to. So do I want to make another springy stand-up thing? Because I've made 2 of the move 1 things. Spring Harnessed is 4 armaments and 1 infused mechanism. We've got infused mechanisms, so we would need 1 armament, which would cost 4 triremes to make. That's not a very good exchange rate. And I need 3 for this, plus another fleshy mantle. I don't think we can afford a ballista gun right now. So 4 triremes is what I need for an armament. 2 more to make the javelin, so I need a total of 6. So I'm going to turn 6 monuments into 6 triremes, which is going to give me a total of 7 triremes, which are all going to get used. Monuments goes down to 6. Armament would go up to 4, but they're just all going to get used for the Spring Harnessed. Infused mechanism goes down to 3. So So we're out of triremes, we're out of armaments, we're down to 6 monuments. I got to take an Argo Fate for doing this trading, and I need to write on the timeline Porta of Strangers in 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we get a battle gear upgrade that day. Porta Strangers. There's also another timeline fight that day, which I think happens first, before the advancement step. So what did I build? I built this, another javelin, and another spring harness. So everybody's going to have one attachment or one support gear. We'll have 2 spring harnesses and 2 of the ones that allow us to move a space, whatever it's called. Okay, sorry that took so long, but that's kind of like you can see the thought process I'm going through on what I want to build. Get some ranged weapons to fight that Labyrinthoros. Yeah, I still haven't decided though. I might go up against the Hecaton just because I know what I'm getting into, and I still have. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll wait one more timeline to maybe build a ballista gun, just so that everybody has some kind of ranged option. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, stop talking and move the game forward. That was advancement step. Story step. So the only thing I think we need to do is this Inward Odyssey thing. 5 Argo knowledge. And storybook. Inward Odyssey is page 92. Oh, that's at the end of the story step. Before we do that, let's talk about, so on the Discord for this game, I asked a question because I got confused when I got a second glyph. So this is going to be major spoilery, and it's going to be more talking about my thought process and how I have gone about looking at these glyphs. So I got confused when I got 2 glyphs that both said 0. So I asked on the Discord, I was like, hey, just quick question. Can there be more than one glyph for the same digit? And they said, yes, there can. Yes, there can be. Because I have, these are the glyphs that I have found. The 7's not very visible. But both of these are 0s. This is the 1 and this is the 9. Now, I've written this out a little more clearer on this page to talk it through here on the stream. But I have had other papers, because someone also said on there that that there's a pattern to them that is pretty easy, that you could probably figure out once you have a couple. They didn't say a couple, but they said there's a pattern you can probably figure out. So I was drawing stuff out, and then I wrote these like next to each other, and it's like, well, okay, so if we can have both of these 0s, like this is a full block of all 4 things filled in, and then this is 4 dots. And then I also have this 1 and this 9. And then when I had these 2 next to each other, I was like, wait a minute, this square here on the 9 fills in this dot on the 1. So it makes it like a full complete square, which is kind of like up here, if you combine them, it's a full complete square also. And I have this 7. These are 2 glyphs that I've written down after I also saw somebody on the Discord say that they write down the ones that they come across and they go back to them later in the story step. I don't remember the reasoning why they said it in the story step. Maybe because it says resolve secret codes or something in the story step. And as I was drawing them out, when I had these 7 and this 9 next to each other, it's like, well, so this one is a couple of spaces down from the 9, is it maybe the box is moving around clockwise or counterclockwise? And then the same thing with the 0 and the 1. I was like, okay, if a full block is 0, and then this is an empty block, an empty thing is a dot, is the next one that's empty, maybe that's 2, and then 3, and then 4. So I have this glyph here. Oh, and then I was like, and this 9 and this 1 equals 10. So I was looking at the 2 glyphs that I actually did write down. We know this 9, this 7, and this 1. And if this is the 7, if this little dot moves over 1, then it looks like this one could be the 2, because this little dot has moved 1 over from this one. And then if it moves, if the little dot moves again, that's this glyph right here. That could be a 3. And then, since I know this 7 from the stuff that I've looked at, this little filled in square here completes this to make it equal 10, 7 plus 3. Like this 9 and this 1 equals 10. Like, so maybe this could be a 3. Like, okay, so is that a 3? And this one, if that's a 3, the pattern looks like it's moving this way, so that one would be a 2. And then this one over here, this block fills this in here. And if they're supposed to equal 10, then that would be an 8. So that was a short talk through of like my conclusions, but this was like a long time of drawing out different patterns and then having them side by side and then noticing like, oh wait, 9 plus 1 is 10. So, and I got this glyph, I think, in the last adventure playthrough. So I'm going to try this. It's 2, 3, 8, 9. I think the consequence is an Argo Fate, which I'm also not too scared about right now. If you make a mistake in your decoding, yeah, it's +1 Argo Fate. So this gives me the 2, the 3, and the 8 if it's correct. For the second glyph, I can assume that if the dot moves over here, well, let's see if this is correct first. 2, 3, 8, 9. I don't know if there's a special spot in the book for these, or if it's just the normal stuff. Looking for something that maybe says like secret codes or centimine codes. Did it say on here? Find the secret paragraphs in the main story. Okay, so main story, it's just the regular paragraphs. Zeros, these are all double zeros. Zero, 2, oh, 6. Yeah, 2, 3, 8, 9. Okay, good. Man, I was going to be upset if that wasn't correct. Not upset, but I was going to be like bummed out because I spent a lot of time thinking about that. So it has the thumbs up thing, 2, 3, 8, 9. With numbers, the unknowable world could at last be measured. With highest keenness did the centimine scholars begin the great work of counting and describing all that there was. Progress became the way of life. Science is creed. Worship of the gods waned. And for the first time, the Olympians frowned. Gain 1, progress. Okay, the Inward Odyssey thing already has 2 on it. So I'm going to put it on the main story card, I guess. The heck is this? So this is another puzzle. I see other ones like that. So you must get more clues. Okay, so now I need to keep track of this. I'm just going to write it on here for now. Do I know this one already? Yeah, that's an 8. Is dot, dot, square. That is an 8. I wonder if it gives you a glyph that you had to use to get there. Okay, so we got a progress from that. That's cool. So the other thing I'm going to have to do, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't know any other way to do it, is probably go through my videos again at like double speed to see which paragraphs I was at when I saw other glyphs that I didn't write down, because now I don't want to miss them. I didn't realize that people were like writing them down and going to them later. I thought you had to have it at the time you were at that story or at that entry in the paragraph or the book or whatever. So, okay, if this little thing keeps moving around, then that would mean this is a 4 because that was a 3. So filling in for the 4 to equal 10, that would be a 6. But then what the heck is this? Because that doesn't have 1 square and 1 thing missing. I don't know. I'll have to play with it some more. I'm not going to sit here on stream and stare at the paper for, not stream, sit here on the video and stare at the paper for hours. Well, so at least I figured out a couple more of the numbers and the pattern, like the way that they work together, I'm pretty sure. So I can try to figure out the rest of that. Okay, so that was still during the story step, Inward Odyssey time finally. So hopefully that wasn't too big of a spoiler, but that was my process and validating the process. But I still apparently have some more to figure out though. Inward Odyssey is what we're doing. 92. Take a look at this. Is that the one I already wrote down? I already know that I've done 4. We already did 4. Where the heck did that paper go? It's been like 10 seconds. There we go. In number 4, there's a glyph here. No, so I'm going to write that one down real quick on our list. Dot, dot, square, dot. Because obviously if I'm on number 4, if I'm on number 5, I've already done number 4. Dot, 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 square, and dot, like that. So that one, that was one of our givens, is a 1. This one is also one of our givens now, is a 7. And that's a 6. Is my guess. If that's a 4, right? 6, 7, 7, 1. I can't resist. Let's check that first before we do the Inward Odyssey. I gotta go back to the main story. Right here, 6, 7, 7, 1. The Centimanes, though they respected the Olympians, would not forsake their great achievement. The numbers allowed them to make great strides in all facets of life. They could not imagine what they still could bring, and they couldn't wait to find out. The tribes of the Centimanes united into the great sum, and the sum prospered like never before, and even under the auspices of gods. And the Olympians' frowns grew heavy with anger and disappointment. With terrible thunder and frightening lightning did the Lord of the Olympians arrive among the Centimanes. I have sent Helios Apollonos to you with gifts, and you have spurned his command. You refuse to erect monuments to my benevolence and bow down before me. I will make you into monuments of my wrath and lay your people low. You seek answers in numbers and lines and turn away from your gods. I will bury you in numbers and lines so incomprehensible you will despair and cry out to us. Subtract 2 Argo Fate. That's not the best benefit right now because we only have 1. But I guess keeping it at 0 is good. And then we got another clue, it looks like, for this. So here is that, which this reinforces that that's a 6 and that's a 4. And this is a 1. We know that. That's a given that we've seen already. All right. Now back out of the way for you. And back to number 5, Mark of the Maker. These last few weeks have been tense. The Argo is an advanced ancient vessel in a world barely recovered from a great cataclysm. You lack both the resources and the expertise to service it, much less to repair something that gets broken. And things break all the time, especially now, when you've decided to directly oppose the primordials in battle. Both the Last Academy and the Argo works have been tackling the problem from different angles, salvaging components from different parts of the ship, rerouting systems, even jury-rigging dataless machina you found along your journey. It could be machina. And one day, on one of your expeditions into the belly of the Argo, you find a workshop like no other, full of decommissioned machinas and strange contraptions, plastered with blueprints of indescribable inventions. You recognize the hand of the great inventor. He too, it seems, found his way onto the Argo and stayed for some time, at least long enough to start making maps of the bottomless ship. The workshop looks to have been abandoned in a hurry, though truth be told, it's hard to tell. It could be years or decades since anyone last set foot in the room. Among the countless writings, you find 2 that catch your eye. A description of some ancient equipment fit for a titan and extreme dangerous. That could possibly be used to patch. It probably should be an extremely dangerous. That could possibly be used to patch up the Argo's whole riddled hull, and an uncharacteristically crude map of Crete, with some places clearly marked. Dataless safe houses, perhaps? Prospective vault locations? Either way, now at least you have some way of fighting against the merciless entropy of metal. Gain the Argo Onboarding Technology card. You can now visit Daedalus workshops. See Argo Onboarding Technology card. All right. I'm pretty sure that's in our projects. Yeah, Argo Onboarding. Does it lead to anything? No. I'm pretty sure when we gain it, we just get it. There are certain things we can do to minimize the impact hull damage has on our voyage. Immediate, gain +1 hull, which is good because our hull is at 3. So we go to 4. Permanent during the exploration step. If the Argo is on an unexplored map tile with that symbol, gain +1 hull. Then emergency repairs, we can gain an Argo Fate when you're about to lose a hull to test X plus, where X is 3 plus your current hull. Success lower this hull loss by 1. So if our hull is at 4, we would test 7 plus and then we don't lose a hull. That's cool, and it costs an Argo Fate. I'm pretty sure we just get that technology because it said gain it, like we don't have to worry about the requirements. That's the last thing for the number 5 Argo Inward Odyssey paragraph stuff situation thing happening. Gain 23. You may gain gear. Gained technology cards are added to the technology deck. Yep, not the project deck, the technology deck. Cool, so we kind of got that for free because this had a requirement of losing a Titan if it had to be built the other way, like the real way. This is our project deck. This is our real stuff we've built deck. Okay, boy, anything else? That's all story step. We don't have enough Doom cards for the Doom step. There's no battle on this particular day, so I guess we will move. Hopefully this river just connects. 63. I don't want to go this way because I'm still trying to avoid that guy. Although I did get a comment that fighting him once might not be a bad idea because then I can unlock that the tech card. Which could be another thing to look at too. Do I want the Hecaton tech or the Labyrinthoros tech cards? Because fighting a level 1 or sorry, a level 2 will help me with the requirements for the next tech cards. And of course the river's going to turn. There's a Titan here and an adventure. No Doom, which is good. No progress, which is not the best. Mark the timeline. Day 19. Exploration step. Titan symbol. Should I try to get another one? Where is gain an Argo fate to test diplomacy? Who's in charge here? It would be -1 because the Labyrinthoros are in charge here, and it's 7+. So I would need to roll an 8, an Argo fate. So an 8, 9, or 10. You only get to interact with these Titan symbols so many times. We're sitting at 0 Argo Fate. Too bad I couldn't have had that before I read that paragraph, but we're going to do it. So we got to get an 8, 9, or 10. And you guys can't see where I moved. Sorry. Oh, look at that. It's a 9. So we get 2 Titans from the symbol. So we're back up to 9, and now I'm already wishing I had room for 15. Can't have it all, right? Oh, wait, we should clear this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get up to 9 on that. Okay, we did the Titan thing. Now we got to do this. Now we'll go back in again. We'll cut. Okay. First stack. Minoan Fleet. Resolve an effect based on your diplomacy with the Minoans. We're not back to friendly, we're still neutral. Each Argonaut gains a danger. Okay. thanks for that, I guess. 7+ Argo Fate. A random Argonaut would gain a Despair token, and we keep drawing, and that's out until the next timeline battle, which is today. Okay, first stack still. 2 Trireme Resources, and second stack, 1 Titan. Keep drawing. All right, now I'm really wishing I had 15. Oh, Temple Ruins. Adversary moves. So I just move the adversary from here to here. That's the shortest path. We're going to get a Titan, so we're back to 10. Dreamwalkers. 2 Triremes and 2 more Monuments. So 8 Monuments. And no armaments. Ah, maybe I should have made some armor. So I'm still rocking the, well, I mean, I've got the Glimmer Shroud, 2 Siren armors. Maybe we're okay. Ish. Okay, so that's this step. Now we have an adventure to do, which happens before the timeline battle, and that'll be the last thing. Yeah, and then we'll call this a video. We'll do the fight in the next one. So adventure, we need to roll on the adventure hub. Table. We are on story card 2 still, 2A. 2 is Fated Conundrum. We already have a battle terrain, so we're not going to add that. And Fated Conundrum, we have to roll again. 6 is Stewards. So we're reading Stewards in Fated Conundrum. $31. Stewards is a crime keyword. So we do that first. Okay, so over here on Telebacchus, imprisonment is crime keyword. So that's the 4th node on that one. Nothing here. Family Feud has crime, and so does Blood on Your Hands. Blood on Your Hands has the most nodes filled in. So I'm pretty sure that's the one that we would do, and no crime over here. I don't know if it's the most nodes total or the most nodes toward a breakthrough. Nemo's nodes. Both your Nemos cards have the corresponding trait. The dominant Nemos is just the one with the most nodes. Okay, so it goes to Blood on Your Hands, which is the one that lets her have priority target. See, that's too bad that she can't put stuff in the Kratos pool. Yeah, and this particular, so that totally like invalidates this Nemo's card. Place an opening or break token in the Kratos pool. We got to get rid of that Fated Nemos. But I don't think we have much of a say over that. Got to get those keywords and stuff. All right, so that was the keyword. Stewards. Man, I just see another thing here, and I think that's one that we've already done. Oh, well, I'll look at it later. One morning, you spot a trio of triremes sailing your way. Once the ships were draped with flowers and fine fabrics of ochre and deep sea blue, but the colors have all but faded and the plants all but withered. They sail under the banner of Minos and the Horned Guard. Choose a party leader. If the Minoan guide is with you, see 0015. Choose a party leader. Circegard. She has not been affected by Faded Nemos negative to anything. Could be Telebacus. It's going to be Circegard. That's fine. The Minoan guide is with us, so we're going to see 0015 first. So if not, then choose. But okay, 0015. As soon as the princess sees the ship, she turns to you and says, "Fire on them." What? Do not let them reach us. They are not your father's guards? They were royal slavers who hunted the waves for sacrifices for the Minotaur. Now they serve a new master, that wretched faith in the maze, and they bring the sacrificing with them. If we listen to the princess, we would make a tally mark, and our Labyrinthinian's diplomacy would go down 1. Or if we don't listen to her, then our Minoan's diplomacy goes down 1. Well, I'm going to listen to her. We're getting dangerously close to being denounced by them, because we're at -4 with the Labyrinthinians. But we get to make a tally mark for the princess. That's 7 out of 10. C0021. You scramble to battle positions while the Argo starts its cumbersome turn. Some of you rush to the Balinian to awaken the Titans. As the triremes close in, you notice they are manned by ragtag crews, not Minoan sailors. Labyrinthinians, diplomacy -1. Minoan's diplomacy +1. Okay? So now we are denounced by the Labyrinthinians. And we're at the last box of neutral for the Minoans. All right. Then what? Decide which 2 of the Argonauts will rush to the Balinian. They junction with their Titans and return with an armful of petrified trees, deadly spears in the hands of 30-foot Titans. Each of them tests Fury 6+ twice. If Argo Fate is 3 or more, 8+ instead. For each success, they sink 1 trireme and gain 1 rage. If 2 triremes were destroyed, what's left of the fleet turns tail and flees, gain +1 progress. Otherwise, gain a doom. Okay, so Fury +2 twice. Each of them twice. So we're going to get 4 rolls, and we need to destroy at least 2 of them. Okay. Fury's not like our strong suit. Well, it was better before Penelope lost her Fury. But Circegard will be 1 because she has a +1. This is an adventure. Somebody gets to re-roll a d10 during an adventure. Once per adventure, you may re-roll a d10. So I guess we'll go with Oda 0 then. Yeah, and probably not good for Penelope because she's not going to get to add tokens to the Kratos pool anyway, so getting her rage up doesn't help us get more tokens quicker into the pool. So we'll start with Circegard. First attack. We need 6 pluses and she's got a +1. Okay, so that's 1. she gets a rage for a successful attack. And her second roll is a 6 plus 1 is 7, so she's already done it. But I said we have to do the rolls. So Otis 0 will do his rolls. These are at no bonuses. And I'm not worried about re-rolling because I've already got the 2 plus successes and a 9. So we destroyed 3 of them. So we gain a progress. And I think that was the end of it. Yes, that's the end of it. So we're going to get another progress. So now the question is 6 out of 9 on here. Do I want to go more Inward Odyssey? We've got 5 out of 9 up there. Let's put it up here. 6 out of 9. Okay. That's the adventure step. So the next thing is encounter step, where we would do the timeline battle. So I think that's where we'll end this video. So we'll do the fight next time. I'm gonna have to decide if I'm going to do Labyrinthoros or Hecaton. This is a level 2. I also want to look at the stuff you can get from the next technology from both of those. So we'll see. The river's turning this direction. So I don't know, maybe all 3 of these will meet up over here somewhere. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, there you go. So there's another Aeon Trespass Odyssey Voyage phase and adventure phase stuff, and leading into another battle. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're enjoying this entire Aeon Trespass Odyssey series and everything else I post up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.